Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode here with America's Supermom. I'm excited to be here today. We're going to be talking about confidence. Today is National Youth Confidence Day. And this is something that I've had to practice in my own life. So I thought, what better topic? Let's just talk about confidence because it is definitely a work in progress. I would not say that I have arrived. There are so many different nuances about confidence that I just thought I'd cover a few tips or strategies or just some insights about it in order to help business owners, parents, grandparents, the list goes on and on. So, I do want to thank you for taking time out, and I'm working to do these videos on a more consistent basis. I mean, I do video, audio all the time, but it's just the whole thing of carving out the pocket of time to get it done and put it out there. So, confidence. I think there's really like five key things that I would like to say about confidence in order to help many people who are out there listening to kind of get out of your own way about the topic. So, the first thing is preparation is a really good antidote to low confidence. If you are prepared about what it is that you want to share, whether it's a talk or a video, you are able to navigate through the obstacles a lot better if you're prepared. Okay, so if you know what your talking points are, let's say you have slides and then internet doesn't work. So the slides aren't showing, so you just have to do audio. Well, if you are prepared, you can navigate through those obstacles a lot easier and really just appear to be unbothered by it all. Because at the end of the day, when you're dealing with situations such as presentations, no one really knows what you're going to say until you say it. So it's not like somebody has a checklist and saying, oh, she didn't talk about the time that, her kids got her upset, or, when she had something going on in her business that, had her, really nervous, right? No one knows what you're going to talk about until you do it. So preparation is really important to help you remain calm in the face of chaos. Speaking from experience now, because I do have 11 of our 15 children still at our home. Okay, so the next thing is collaboration. So when I got started doing video, I had a coach and she challenged us to do video because she's like, hey, that's where it's at. This was about, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And at the time, I didn't really have a following on Facebook. I just really wasn't out there doing video. And I thought, what am I even going to talk about? I don't have any followers. So I reached out to a gentleman who um, was I was a guest on his radio show. And so I asked him if he wanted to talk about my signature coaching program, breaking it up into 5 different live video segments. And he said, absolutely. So I was able to get on his platform because he had a following. And we did this 5 week series on my signature coaching program. And what it did was help me to build my confidence. So collaborating, doing it with other people, same thing now. I have a micro network where I can have up to 12 content creators, whether you have a Facebook following or maybe you have a podcast and you want to distribute it in more places, then I have producers that I collaborate. Now, this is definitely something out of my comfort zone because I was just getting my footing under having my own show. And now I have my own micro network. So the key is, even if you're doing things that, you're not familiar with, it's new, it may seem kind of daunting, doing it with someone else through collaboration is another key thing to remember. The next thing is experience. How much experience do you have with some of the things that you're doing? This can build your confidence. So, I am expecting my sixth grandchild in a couple of weeks. So, even though having a grandbaby is something that it's the best thing, it can be overwhelming, but I've had experience. I have 5 grandchildren already, right? So a lot of times we can get in our own head thinking about, oh my gosh, this situation is going to be different, which it will be. Each person is their own individual. Each of your kids or grandkids have their own personality. However, even though it is something new, you can come to it with confidence because you've had some experience with it. Okay. The next thing is doing it scared. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, you're doing these videos, you're speaking on these stages. A lot of times you may be afraid, right? But you have to decide what you want to focus on. Do you want to focus on the fear or do you want to focus on the outcome? And a lot of times, the reality is that fear is the transformation. Well, you start with fear and you transform through the journey to confidence, which means you do it afraid. And during that journey, you build your confidence because you realize that a lot of the fear comes with an attachment of certain thoughts and ideas that may not very well be accurate, right? So as you get out there and do it, you begin to dispel a lot of those beliefs or thoughts because they simply just are not true. It's things that we make up. All right. So, and the last thing I would say is focusing on who you are serving more than anything else. Thinking about, I know for myself, talking about depression and a lot of the things that I went through for 13 years through my hospitalizations, there was a time that I was really nervous, embarrassed, scared to talk about that. But now I realize, you know what? I'm not in that place anymore. And I really don't want anybody else to go to that place. So, what I do is I am focusing on sharing my story so that I can impact other people and they can avoid what I experienced because I'm not there anymore. It's over with, it's in the past. However, we can reenact the past by staying in those same emotions and feelings and not getting past them. So those are my tips on confidence, because today is a day that, a lot of times I have to build my kids' confidence up on things that I may not be confident about. I remember when I was homeschooling one of my sons, and he had this math that he was really challenged with. And I thought, oh Lord, I don't know anything about this math. It was some kind of new math. He just turned 30. So this was some years ago. But anyway, he had to do this math, and I was thinking, I have no idea what this math is about. So I looked at the examples. I still couldn't figure it out. I saw the whole process. So what I did was just got calm and I just shared the examples, line by line, just reading it out to him. And he got it. And I thought, oh my goodness, it's just showing up, being confident, doing what you can do, and having the ability to be open for what happens outside of your control. So a lot of times we can make ourselves even more fearful because we're worrying about things that we can't control. So for this broadcast, I can't control if I have internet or not. I can't control if the audio works or not. I can't control if a lot of the bells and whistles, work or not. Is it recording? Is it going live? Is it going on all platforms? I can't control that. What I can do is show up. And a lot of times, we show up and if one door closes, we just quit instead of keep going, right? So there's been times that maybe the audio didn't work. So I would get on my phone and I would, take pictures and say, hey, did a live and it didn't work, and then share my points in a post. So you just have to be flexible. Again, that was the whole thing about preparation. Because if you know what you're going to say, then you can easily pivot and navigate to something else. All right. So just a quick recap. The ways that you can build your confidence are preparation, collaboration, experience, doing it afraid, and focusing on who you are serving more so than the fear, right? Because fear and confidence is on the other side of fear. It's a transformation. Look at it as crossing a bridge to the other side. And so think about while you're doing that journey, hey, I'm just going across to the other side of the bridge. I can do that. I can cross this bridge. All right. So I have a few announcements before I get off here. I'm loving how I'm able to do this succinctly and really quickly. Okay. So today is Youth Confidence Day. It's also the day of writing. So I do want to highlight that. And the 20th through the 26th is Healthcare Quality Week. So if you're a healthcare provider or if you have people in your network that are dealing with healthcare, reach out to them and encourage them. Let them know you appreciate them. Uh, Give them a review, right? Because people need to find out, who do I need to be connecting with when it comes to my healthcare needs. So give them a review or a recommendation. It's also Parenting Week, which is why I talked about youth confidence. So, Parenting Week is the 21st through the 25th. And so, I want to encourage all the parents out there, right? Life is crazy, things change on a dime, but continue to be the best you. And remember that your kids and yourself, you're going through this for the first time. So, give yourself some grace, give them some grace, and continue to encourage yourself. Sometimes there may not be a crowd of people cheering you on, but you got to learn to get your own pom poms sometimes and be your own cheerleader. So that is what's going on. And I also have a room this morning at 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Clubhouse. So if you're on the Clubhouse app, feel free to follow me there. If you're watching on LinkedIn or Facebook, you can go to Eventbrite. It's called Set Your Intentions for Success, and join us at 8 o'clock. It's a free event, and we do this every Sunday. But once a month, I'm going to try to do special invites, which is why I did this today. Because I'm just thinking, it's October, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but we've lost a lot of loved ones. And the holidays sometimes just are not the same. And so, as we're thinking about our mental health, as we're thinking about routines and things that we're doing, it's the time for us to be conscious of some of our connections who are suffering through losses and holidays that are going to look a little different with some of their family members not there. So, I want to be able to encourage them to continue to provide value and different creative ways that they can continue to build their business without a lot of stress. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoyed some of the comments that I shared, let me know some of your insights. Have you tried some of the things that I shared? Are they working for you? Share the video because it's quick and it's short and it's not a long, drawn out thing. Okay. So, have an amazing week and remember to smile because you need to smile for your wellness. And SMILE stands for sleep, mood, inner voice, laughter, and energy. Make sure you monitor those things as we quickly approach the end of the year, the holiday season, a lot of time for a lot of stress. But remember to keep smiling and keep moving forward. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Have a great day.